Please know how welcome you are here at St. Peter Church today. There's certainly many folks who are probably here for the first time or visiting family and friends. I've also seen a lot of folks who maybe have lived in this parish, children and grandchildren of parishioners who've moved away, come home for the holidays. It's so good to see all of you here. What a great time to join with family and friends. You know, I'm really blessed. I have the most wonderful sisters in the whole world. They're absolutely the best people. They support me, they love me, they are just wonderful people, and you know, they just happen to be in church today. Could you guys stand up so everybody can acknowledge you? My brother-in-law is here also. My brother-in-law and sister are from New Jersey. My younger sister comes up from Northeast Philadelphia. They're pretty convinced they've arrived at the end of the earth when they come out here. And that's the way we like it, amen? Well, certainly we want to welcome all of you here. And those of you who are able to get a bulletin, apparently we've run a little short of bulletins. It wasn't by plan, it's just didn't know we'd have everybody here today. But on the front of the bulletin, we have our special welcome message. Let me share it with you. We welcome those in a special way who are single, married, divorced, remarried, or it's complicated. We welcome the filthy rich and the dirt poor. There's a place for you if you're over 60 and not yet grown up, or a teenager growing up too fast. You will be accepted here with respect, compassion, sensitivity as you're trying to fulfill God's will in your life. We're not here to judge, and we do not discriminate. We welcome soccer moms and NASCAR dads and Giants fans and Mets fans, although not Cincinnati fans this week. We welcome starving artists, tree huggers, those in recovery, those who are still addicted, and those who are trying to figure it all out. We welcome you if you sing like Beyonce or if you can't carry a tune in a bucket. You're welcome here if you're just browsing, just church shopping, found yourself bored in Amish country, just woke up, or just got out of jail. We don't care if it's your first Sunday at church or whether you've been to church more times than the Pope. We welcome you. If you're having problems, feeling overwhelmed, if you don't like organized religion, if you're looking for a fresh start, a fresh cup of coffee, or a hug from a new friend, there's a place for you here. We welcome those who are wearing their church clothes and those who are wearing their only clothes. We're so glad to see those who are inked, pierced, or both, those who could use a prayer right now, those who haven't been to church since Aunt Carol's funeral. If you got off on the wrong end of the bypass and you wound up here by mistake, you're welcome here. We welcome seekers and doubters and bleeding hearts and jaded cynics, the lost, the found, and you. I want to especially thank our greeters who are helping people to feel welcome here in the church, looking for all those crucial places that you need when you come to a church. Please know that this is a home for you. We're grateful that you're here. Christianity, Christians in general, Catholic Christians specifically, are much needed in the world we're in today. Isn't that the truth? We welcome Jesus, risen from the dead, who reveals to us life eternal when we die, but he also wants for us joy and hope in this life. Someone told me one time that if you're in a very dark place and you light just one single candle, the light of that shines a far, far distance. And I suggest to you, my brothers and sisters, that that's who you are. You are in the various places that you travel, where you work, in your communities, maybe in your own families. You are that light, especially where the place is dark, dark, dark. Your light is just going to shine really, really brightly. Think about this, and make no mistake about this. God knew who you were from the foundation of the world. When he was speaking those words in the book of Genesis, "Let there be light," he was thinking of you. We're told in Paul's letter to the Galatians, "From the foundation of the world I knew you." And Jeremiah the prophet in the Old Testament says the same thing. "Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you." Why are you here? Well, you're here in the year 2023 because in this world, in the world we're living in now, God, knowing your gifts and your talents and the possibilities of your life, he put you here for a purpose. It's not an accident of biology, not just a coincidence, but you have a purpose. There's a reason God brought you into this world in this year and wants you to fulfill a mission that he has. It is true that we're in a church that has scandals. We're in a country right now that politically is so divided. People on one side and the other. It seems so hard for anybody to come to common ground. Perhaps you would agree with me that the analogy holds, that in this dark and confusing place, we need words of hope. We need words of faith. We need people to have integrity, to be who they say they are, and to teach others that goodness can come. See, in this parish, we do an awful lot of outreach to the poor. We don't outreach to people because they're Catholic. We share with others broadly in this whole community, not because they're Catholic, but because we're Catholic, because it's who we're called to be. It's what we're called to be. Yes, we can get overwhelmed, I think, watching the news and listening to all the terrible reports, violence everywhere. It just can really upset. And I know people are anxious and frustrated and hurt and scared. But I want to suggest this to you, and this may seem impossible. It may seem more than is imaginable. But as Catholic Christians, we can be people of deep joy exactly in the crazy